I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Nick Studer. He is the CEO of Oliver Wyman. Nick, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Judy.
A quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Nick, there are dozens of models out there claiming to help people understand what the stock market is worth. What's special about the holistic market model?
Well, Judy, Oliver Wyman took a very different approach to looking at what drives the market. For starters, we spent 5 years looking at the S&P 500 back over the past century and a half, since 1871. Coincidentally, the birth of Marsh & McLennan, our parent company. But we went way beyond finance. So we brought in elements of accounting, analytics, economics, history, psychology, and sociology. And what we ended up with was something that really explains the market's up and downs way better than anything before. What's unique is that it helps answer two fundamental questions to a much higher standard. Which forces and in which combination have driven the stock market over the past 150 years? And how will changes to those forces determine where the market goes next?
Okay, so Nick, are you saying that your model can predict the future?
No one can predict the future. But the real strength of the holistic market model is that it allows users to see how changes in inflation, taxation, income inequality, which is an important factor, market psychology, or other forces will affect market performance. It doesn't tell you where we think those forces are going, but if you have a view, it can help inform how that will play through into valuation. For example, it won't answer whether inflation will be transitory or permanent. Those are good debates on both sides of that, but it will tell you, if you have a view on that, how that will drive through into the S&P.
Right, now who's the model aimed at?
It's pretty far-reaching work. Different groups will be interested in different parts of it. We think investors and money managers will focus on how these findings can help them position their portfolios. We think that government officials and regulators will be interested in the link between taxes and monetary policy and the stock market. We think the academic community will be most interested in aspects around the re-engineering of the capital asset pricing model. And really, I think anyone who is interested in or motivated by the valuation of the companies they work for should give it a look.
Okay, well, Nick, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on NYSE Floor Talk.
Thanks very much for having me, Judy.